I invented sweat. Popping bottles, putting supermodels in the cab. Proof. I guess I got my swagger back. Truth.
All right, what is going on, guys? Today, look at that damn cat. Today is a max velocity session. It's a good sunny fucking day, so we're gonna get out on the field and we're gonna hit kind of like a run workout. I shouldn't say max velocity because we're not actually gonna go 100% today, but we are gonna do some flying 20, so 20 meter build in to a 20 meter fly and then 20 meter decel. So I got a little bit more running and sprint stuff in my program right now. Because my knee is getting better, we've got some landing progressions, some jump progressions that are kind of just varied based on how my knee is doing. But yeah, we're gonna head to a field, do it on the grass, and we're gonna keep our percentage. The plan says about 70% of my max intent, but let's be honest, guys, it's probably gonna be a little bit higher because once you get out there, you get warm. It's hard to hold back. So we're gonna start out there. We're gonna do a little bit of warm up. I'm gonna kind of run through a session that I programmed for one of my kind of athlete training teams, couple people I know locally that I programmed for, and then we're gonna go back to the gym and we're gonna do our jump progressions there, and that's gonna be our session for the day. All right, guys, it's a motherfucking day if I've ever seen one out here. Beauty day. This might be the best day of 2026 yet. Weather is gorge. Weather is perfect. But like I said, we're at the field. We're gonna get a little warm up in here. I'm gonna start this a little bit differently, or I'm gonna structure this a little bit differently than what my program actually says for my jumper's knee protocol, because I wanna try the session I gave some of my athletes just to see how it is, see how it flows. But it's gonna still kind of have all the backbones and all the pieces. I'm just gonna do my jumper's knee protocol warm up. I'm gonna do some movement prep that I gave my athletes, and then I'm gonna throw in my box jumps over on some of the bricks that you'll see. Then I'm gonna do my flies, a little change of direction after that, and then go back to the gym and do my landing progressions. So things are just structured a little bit differently, but I just wanna see how it flows and try this shit out. But let's get a little warm up in here, and then we'll do our movement prep and our jumps and start running. All right, dynamic done. Time for some movement prep. All right, guys, the layers are coming off. First it's the hoodie, next it's the pants. Wouldn't want it any other way. So first one I'm doing here is iso wall push, just really to fire up the hips, the calf a little bit, the foot, everything there. It's not really that intense. It's just really to help me kind of like feel all those muscles and turn everything on. So I'm just pushing to this fence. Roughly like 8 to 10 seconds. And when it comes to like our wall drills and our wall pushes, I think it's easy to kind of just push in, and you can be not very intentful behind it, or you can really think about feeling everything up the chain. So everything in the calf, get your hamstrings feeling, get your quads feeling, feel your abs kind of keeping your pelvis in alignment. Yeah, you can really make it what you want. Okay, so that's first one. Next up, we got trunk rotations and side bends. So just dropping into our split squat position kind of, and then we're just moving our spine, getting our spinal engine turned on. Ideally, we have a med ball or a stick, but I didn't bring shit all. And I think you might see this and be like, oh, that's fucking stupid. But getting your spine moving really well, getting that thing rotating, getting everything relaxed and finding that rhythm, I think is just so underrated when it comes to athletic movement. And I think right now the athletic space is just so dominated by people who think you just need to push, 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 rah, rah, rah. But I honestly think there's probably, like, that's where a lot of science focuses on, like heavy strength training, shit like that. But I think there's this subjective like feeling of just feeling good and having rhythm and flow that really translates to this kind of athleticism, maximum speed, change of direction, jumping abilities, throwing abilities. And I think it's super underrated, but it's just hard to measure and hard to track. So I think it's not really focused on, but it is super important. I think things like that, different kind of rhythmic plyometrics are just a super good option for those things. Okay, last one, hamstring march. This exercise can be super easy. Just get your hammies turned on, or you can make it more intense by switching and marching faster. I'm just gonna do a nice march though. Okay, we're gonna do one more set, one more round there, and then get into our jumps. All right guys, so we got our jumps here. It's 4 sets of 10 reps, I believe. So we're gonna try that, and if it feels like too much, we'll drop it down to like 5 to 7, something like that. We'll see. You can just go through. That's all. You're good. You're good.
Sorry.
All right, we're gonna do 7 because I don't want my quality to drop too much. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of rest, and then we're gonna hit 3 more sets there of 7. All right, guys. Honestly, super happy with this. These blocks are pretty high, and feels like we're just floating right up there. I guess I'll see you on the tape after. But I was talking to my buddy yesterday kind of about this, but I feel like my athleticism has sort of changed, and I haven't really lost much of what I had. So before, I feel like I was very elastic. I used like my tendons and my stretch reflex really well, but I think I really struggled with strength, especially anything like squatty, quad strength, stuff like that. And I think I've almost really started to correct that through this process, because there is so much lifting and slow tempo lifting, and that has been the focus for a few months now. And the elastic system, I think it's still there. I don't even know if it's really lost much, because I'm still doing a little bit of hopping, and I think it'll come back fast. But I think my strength system, like just my like big maximal strength, has gone up quite a bit. So I think it's kind of counteracted the loss of athleticism I maybe could have seen here with this rehab journey. And I'm excited to see myself get back to it and get some tests in. And, you know, once I'm back to dunking, to really see where I'm at, because getting this time to just focus on strength, I think, has been absolutely huge. And I think it's been hard to do in the past, because I've been so focused on like improving sprinting, speed, elasticity, all of these things that I think I struggled with growing up. And it's kind of cool. I think we're going to be in good shape here come a couple of months. All right, guys, we're going to do some ankle dribbles, shin dribbles, and knee dribbles to kind of warm up my sprints. And then I'll do a couple bleed outs. And then hopefully I feel pretty primed up to just fucking rip. But yeah, we'll see, guys. We'll see. This is just on my program. Just want to see how it goes. All right, I gotta look up. I'm looking at the ground here. I know where my feet are. I just gotta keep looking up. Okay, and while I do this, I'm kind of feeling my foot hit the ground. Trying to feel that like reciprocal motion of like when that foot hits, the other side's kind of pumping and turning with the arms and the upper body. So we'll just see how that kind of flows as we increase our intensity here with the height of the dribble. Okay, and I think a biggie is sometimes I think we focus on the arms too much, but it really just fucks up how the leg and how all of that stuff really wants to flow. And I think just in time, yes, you maybe want to focus on the arms a little bit, but you don't want to fuck up that opposing motion of like foot hitting the ground, spine twisting, and arms moving, because if we're so focused here and we get tense, it just fucks everything else up, is kind of what I find. So just staying relaxed, kind of let it flow, let it happen, and keep it loose, guys. Keep it loose. These are feeling really good. Again, I'm not forcing anything, just kind of allowing the motion to happen. Sprinting is an instinctual kind of movement and motion, and we don't need to force it. And with my dribbles, each position, I'm thinking ankle, mid-shin, and knee. A metal bar is coming out of that position. So I gotta pick my foot up and pull it over and just kind of get that nice circular, cyclical sprint motion that we're looking for in upright running. Okay, we're gonna kind of bleed these out. So we can hit our dribble and then turn it into a run and just build our intensity up for a couple reps. And then we'll hit our flies. Okay, so knee dribble into build here. Guys, I'm not a track coach. I've said this many times, I'm not a sprinter. I don't think perfect technique is my goal. But damn, I love sprinting. And there's just something about laying out a good sprint session that gives you the perfect stimulus and just everything primes you for the sprints. No wasted time, no wasted energy. Just a fucking great feeling, great session. And when it's sunny, fucking A. I didn't really like that rep. I don't think it felt that good. I don't want to explain. I don't know how to explain it. Really, just didn't feel good. So I'm gonna do one more, and then just do some normal kind of build-ins. That was it. All right, guys. We did a little warm up. We already did the build. We already did the bleed outs. So I'm gonna run 6 reps today. The plan says about 70%, so I'm gonna maybe hold there. Maybe go up a little bit on maybe a couple near the end or in the middle if I'm feeling good. But I'm not gonna lie, I did this last week. Had an absolute fucking flare up because I did 8 reps of a fly 20 at 100% effort after not doing that for probably about 3 to 4 months, which is absolutely stupid. And I would never put that in anyone else's program. But sometimes you're just feeling it. You know, it's been a rough month, guys. It's been rainy here. The seasonal depression is real. You know, we haven't been doing this kind of shit, and I was just fucking jazzed, super excited. So we fucking let it rip, and we got a little bit nasty. And honestly, I wish the time gates were out. I feel like they would have been kind of sick to see. I think we were fucking shredding on a couple of those reps, looking back at them. But yeah, let's get it here. 6 reps, 70% to start out. And we'll see where we get to. The goal is not to have a flare up. So build, stay relaxed. Okay, set number 3 here. First 2 are feeling really, really good. I'm staying at a lower percentage, I feel like, but I still feel like I'm running really fast because I feel like, or like sometimes when you run at a lower percentage, you stay more relaxed and you just kind of let your body do what it needs to do and you actually end up running faster. So that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. So I might do 1 more there and then try to gear it up for the last 2 or 3. right, guys, one more rep here. I tried to go a little more intense on that one, but I definitely, literally tensed up a little bit, especially with just my breathing. Maybe not, I don't know, man. We're just out here exploring sprints. But one more rep. But shorts are out, guys. It's the middle of fucking January. Shit's crazy. Last rep, stay relaxed. All right, guys, great session there. We're still gonna do some change of direction, stick to the program a little bit, but great session. I think I built appropriately there. I stayed at that 70%, bumped it up a little bit near the end. My quads are definitely feeling like my hip flexor area, rec fem area. I thought my hammies would maybe be the problem coming back to this, but it's definitely the hip flexors. They feel tight. So I think we're ending at a good time, good intensity. We didn't hurt anything, but they will be a little sore tomorrow. Okay, let's see if we interpreted this right, but we've got 3 cuts, 45 degrees, each way, 5 sets. I think about 70% effort here is what it says. So I think same idea as the flies. We'll just kind of start there and then slowly build based on how we're feeling, how the knee's feeling, how the rest of the body is feeling. Okay, let's do it. It's just a bit of a snake run almost. Oof. That's shit, guys. That feels terrible. Fucking Christ, guys. That looks like shit. That feels like shit. That looks like shit. Let's see if we can clean it up here. We got a few fucking sets to do it. That was better. Felt smoother. Way smoother. Ooh, the hips on the D cells, guys. The hips on the D cells. Each set's feeling better. I'm gonna maybe call it after this one. Okay, guys, that was a little bit intense. I could definitely feel my knee a little bit. It wasn't like anything crazy, but it might affect me later today and tomorrow. So I'm gonna do my landing progressions here. I'm just gonna do a little hop and then get a nice hard stick landing. 3 sets of 5. Usually I would do like a trap bar snap down. That's the first one, or a dumbbell snap down. But I think I'm gonna get similar effect with this. I'll just do a nice little float up, stick my landing, and then I'm not having to drive to the gym. I'll cool down and then I have to fucking do it again with cold tendons. I'd rather just do it while I'm warm. I think that's gonna be a lot healthier and a lot better for the knees. The cool down effect is real, and I think it's not good to be fucking moving around back and forth and doing sessions back to back like that without a proper warm up. And I'm not gonna do a fucking proper warm up, so we're just gonna do it here. So we're just gonna float up, stick the landing. Simple as that. And the other thing I'd be interested to see is what the difference is even on a force plate. Like, this might actually be similar forces because gravity is underrated on the amount of force it puts through your body. So that little jump and stick might even be similar to just holding some weights and dropping down. Like, that might be a similar force. I don't know. Something to maybe look into. But I bet you it's damn near similar to that. All right, guys, that's my session for the day. Hope you enjoyed. I gotta say, it feels damn good to be out on the grass here, outside, and just doing athletic shit again. I love lifting weights. I love being a meathead. But like, this is just different. It's a different feeling. It's exhilarating. It's honestly what I love to do. Maybe more than anything. It's a true passion. But that's my day 1 week. I guess this is week like 1.5 of phase 3. Honestly, this is my knee rehab, but you could do this as a full training session. Be great early on or like middle, early GPP. The intensities are low and they're just gonna ramp up as we go here. So honestly, I think this would be a great workout for anybody to do. Yeah, drop a sub, leave a like if you enjoyed, and we're gonna get more of these out to you. I think this is just gonna be its own vlog. I think I had a lot to say and a lot going on. I don't wanna make like 3 workouts into one vlog and just have this massive fucking hodgepodge of shit. But guys, this is these workouts are for the soul here. I think after 4 months of not doing it, I really have a new appreciation for this kind of training. And I think sometimes I took it for granted and I forced it. I went because I had to go. I felt like I had to go. My approach right now is a lot different. It's I go and I love it and I feel good. And if I need a day of rest, I take a day of rest. I don't force the plan. Like it's a 6-day plan, but like if I need a day off, I take a day off. I'm not stressing about it. And it's showing. It's going really good. The results are good. I'm recovering better. I'm sleeping better. I'm happier, I would say. Just fucking life is good, guys. Life is good. See you in the next one. Ugh.